Okay. Hi, Kevin. How are you? I didn't hear you scream and wake me up last night, so all's good. But I'm biting my lip. And where's my thing? So, if you got a chance to hear the press conference today, great. If you missed it, you didn't miss anything. They didn't say anything except that he was charged with murder, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? It's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Everybody was wondering, well, like, was he charged with murder? Did they finally find the person that did this? Well, yeah, they charged him with 2 counts of murder. But other than that, they could say nothing. So I love it when they ask for questions but can answer nothing. And you know that even when they tell the reporters that we can't talk about evidence, we can't talk about, they're still going to ask. So other than that, you got squat. But there is some information from people. Okay, so we're going to go through that they've told media sources. Hi, Margot. Hi, the Captain Lee. Hi, Linda. Hi, Pitbull. Flower Girl Phillips, Farm Life. Hope everybody had a happy Halloween. Went out. We had 2 of their friends. One came home on the bus with Luke. One came home after school with Ethan after he was done with cross country, and that child was done with his sports. Took all 4 of them. I took them trick-or-treating and then home. So they had a good time. Good times. Great oldies. I should really be in live chat, shouldn't I now? Hi, Jackie Wilder. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let me. $1 billion Powerball. We did get a ticket. Haven't checked it. No one hit. Thanks for ruining my dreams. Thanks for ruining my dreams, Kevin. No one hit. Kevin already ruined our dreams, Jimmy. Jimmy?
Yes, dear.
Kevin already ruined our dreams.
What was the dream?
No one hit on the $1.2 billion Powerball.
No one did?
No one. He already. I just wanted to dream that a little bit longer, Kevin. Could you just have stopped? My numbers are on the refrigerator.
You got any numbers, though?
What?
See if you got any numbers, you know?
What were the numbers, Kevin? Let me look. I'm going to go take a little look-see now that you've ruined my dreams. $19. That's me. I got it. Okay. 13 might be me too. The Powerball was 13. 19 was definitely, I have that one. But 13 and 19 are Michael and Ray's birth dates. 36 I don't have. I don't think I put 36 down there. 39 and 59 doesn't sound familiar to me. And 13 was the Powerball. I don't think I won, Kevin. Thanks. Thanks. When you think about it, right, and you just think about this, how difficult it is to get something like this. But then you think with all the computers, right, it was like on that Willy Wonka thing. And if the jackpot gets high enough, is there some mathematical formula for having every chance in there? But then even if you could figure that out and it was feasible, like say it cost you $3 million, but it's 1.10 billion. then you know what happened in those shows, right? When you have the sure bet, the shorter winner, you've mortgaged everything to buy all those tickets. Someone else did the same thing, and then there's 100 winners, right? But I don't know. Jimmy could have those numbers because he picked some, and I didn't even look at his numbers. 59, 39, 36, 13, 19, 19, 19, 19. All right. Let's, 10. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 is, yeah. Okay. 6 and 4 is 10. All right. Hi, Earthbound. Hi, Nicole. Hi, LMNW. Yeah, LMNW, I sent you. I wonder what it will go up to for Wednesday. I don't know, right? I don't know. We can have a dream now. Our dream can be expanded now, right, though? Let's see. Hi, Christina. Christine, I'm sorry. Feel better, Earthbound. Ruff, I sent you a request for something you got for someone, and then LMW, I sent you a request for something I got for someone. Deborah Swanky, if you do hear me, please check your email. Tried to call you earlier tonight. Got your voicemail, left you a message. Please contact me because your package has been in a parcel locker for 6 days. Not sure, but can you please check on that? Thank you. Now let's go to talking about that's his mugshot now, if you haven't seen it, but you probably have, I'm sure. So 5 years after the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German, Indiana law enforcement announced Monday at the presser that Richard Allen was arrested and that he's been charged with 2 counts of murder. They also said that he has a hearing in January and he has a trial that's due to start on March 20th and that he pled not guilty. Those were the other things at the press conference. But other than that, that's it. They couldn't talk about anything else. Let's see. I believe in a God of justice and righteousness. The Carroll County Sheriff Toby Lesenby said, the same God has provided us with justice for Abby and Libby. Numerous law enforcement agencies were in attendance for the Monday morning presser, including Indiana State Police, U.S. Marshals Service, Carroll County Sheriff's Office, and the Carroll County Prosecutor's Office. All right, and let's see. Abby and Libby's family members were also in attendance. Now, Richard Allen is behind bars without bail. The investigation is still ongoing. The tip line in the case will remain open. No further details available at this time. Okay, so let's go and see what the locals are saying about this. An Indiana bar owner said he's shocked that one of his regular customers has been named as the accused killer in connection with the Delphi murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. Indiana law enforcement announced Monday about the arrest, but the bar owner said that he would come in and we would always talk about the girls and everything. Now, this bar owner is Bob Matlock, 75 years old. He said we would carry on conversations about it, and he would say, it's such a tragedy. And we'd say we felt sorry for the families and all that, but we tried not to talk about it too much because we all knew the families and were friends with the families. Matlock added that he considered both Alan and his wife as good friends, as they had been patrons of the bar for years and members of the bar's pool league, which we've seen in photos. And you remember when we saw this photo at the bar with the sketch over here of the Delphi suspect, right? That was in a Facebook photo. So Matlock went on to say, I just couldn't believe it. When they arrested him, I said, well, that can't be the Rick we know. And then we come to find out it was. There wouldn't have been any inkling to anyone that knew him that would expect him to do something like that. He just didn't seem like that type of person. But you never know. Every business in town had those sketches up. It just happened to be he was sitting there at the time. But to me, that did not resemble Rick. My other patrons around town would come in for breakfast or lunch, and everybody would say, that don't look like anybody, or it could be anybody. Abby and Libby took a hiking trip at the abandoned Mononhai Bridge in Delphi on February 13th, 2017, in an outing that was meant to be only for a few hours. The girls took photos while strolling across the bridge. As time passed and their family didn't hear from them, the police were called. Police found the girls' lifeless bodies a short distance from the bridge the following day near a trail close to the bridge. They had both been murdered. The incident was nicknamed the Snapchat murders after Abby took a photo of Libby at around 2:17 p.m. and put it on social media. Detectives said that after the photo was taken, a man approached the girls and apparently told them to go down the hill. One of the girls, likely sensing danger, recorded the man's voice on her cell phone. She also managed to take a photo and record a small clip of the suspect. Although his face isn't clear in the picture, it was enough to give authorities a general description. Since then, they've been pouring through thousands of tips leading to Alan's arrest. This investigation is still very ongoing. We are keeping the tip line open, not only about Richard Allen, but any other person, said the Carroll County prosecutor Nick McLeland. We cannot talk about evidence in the probable cause or the charging information. Today is about Abby and Libby, focusing on them. Meanwhile, detectives continue to ask anyone who may have additional information to email Abby and Libby tip@cacoshrf.com or just call 765-822-3535. Okay, yeah. That's the audio of the suspect. Let's go down the hill. Okay. Now, let's see what else is going on. Michael Valva may be taking the stand in that murder trial. So accused New York. Hold on 1 second. Let's put this over here. The New York child, accused New York child killer and former cop Michael Valva could possibly take the stand this week at the Suffolk County Court in connection with the death of his 8-year-old son, Thomas Valva. Michael Valva, 43 years old, is on trial for the murder of his son, Thomas, who froze to death in 2020 after being forced to sleep in an unheated garage in the Long Island garage. Temperatures on the night in question plummeted to 19 degrees. Valva's then fiancée, Angela Polina, 45 years old, is the co-defendant in the case, and both defendants pled not guilty to murder and child endangerment charges. Polina's trial has not started. Valva's lawyer, John Laturco, said the defendant is scheduled to take the stand on Wednesday if he does choose to testify. The prosecution rested its case last week, and the defense began calling witnesses to the stand on Monday. Laturco reportedly said that closing arguments could happen as early as this week, adding that he expected the judge's denial of his motion to dismiss the charges. We expect Judge Condon to deny our motion at this stage of proceedings, but we preserved our client's future remedies if needed, and we will go forward with our defense, including final summations to the jury at the end of the trial. Laturco told the court earlier this month that despite any allegations of neglect, Michael Valva never wanted his son to die and is not guilty of murder. Everyone needs to be focused on not the neglect, child endangerment, but rather the depraved murder charge. There's no evidence to show that Mr. Valva wanted his child to die. Prosecutors told the jury during opening statements that Valva and his 10-year-old brother Anthony suffered years of abuse at the hands of their father, often arriving at school with bruises and scratching and hungry. They were observed at school literally eating crumbs off of the floor, said the Suffolk County District Attorney Laura Newcomb. Valva's attorney laid the blame at Angela Polina's feet, saying she constantly told him he was being too lenient with the boys and that Valva was desperate to make things work. He painted Angela as the wicked stepmother. You are making it too comfortable for them, she allegedly told Michael Valva. Let them be uncomfortable. That will teach them to control themselves. Valva, LaPinta said during opening statements, never ever thought that either of his boys could die from being in the garage. When Valva arrived at the hospital to see his son in January 2020, Aaron Lambert previously testified that he had no emotion. There were no tears, there was no emotion, recalling when the suspect saw his son in a bed at the hospital. Somebody, a staff member, came into the room and asked him if he needed a drink, a chair, to make a phone call. He turned and said, "No, I've been in more stressful situations." The trial continues, and we'll see if he takes this stand tomorrow. That would be something to see, I'll tell you. I don't think it would. It's not usually good when they do that, but I don't think he'd come across very good. Okay, and then we have pregnant Illinois woman allegedly murdered her boyfriend last week. She had reported that he abused her multiple times before the fatal incident. Keisha Golden is 29. She's accused of fatally stabbing her boyfriend, Calvin Sidney, 33, and it was hours after their baby shower on October 22nd. Golden is 8 months pregnant, and her and Cindy got into an argument about who would get to use the microwave to heat up leftovers. Relatives say that argument about heating up leftovers in a microwave and who would get to do it first escalated when Golden knocked a plate out of Sydney's hands and Sydney knocked her on a counter. Sydney's uncle reportedly split up the pair, but Golden went into the bedroom. Sydney was in and stabbed him in the left thigh. Wow, this is another time. Wow. She stabbed him in the left thigh and severed his femoral artery. How many times have we seen this happen? You would think, oh, maybe they're thinking, oh, I'm just going to give him a stab in the leg. That's not going to hurt him, just like how a lot of these people shoot someone in the leg so they can't get up and chase after them and they shoot him in the leg. But there it is, the femoral artery. Sydney died at the hospital, which Golden did not know until she returned to the apartment hours later. Wow, she was arrested at the scene and charged with first-degree murder. Imagine that, just one split second, and everything changes. Now this child that's not even born yet loses their father, loses their mother, loses everything, right? Just nuts. Cook County prosecutors revealed, not that it sounds like it would be a good place, to grow up in, right? Yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean. Golden was arrested at the scene and charged with first-degree murder. Cook County prosecutors revealed during her bail hearing that cops had responded to domestic calls involving the couple 5 times between June and September. 4 of those instances reportedly entailed Golden, who was pregnant, accusing Sydney of choking, slapping, pushing, and punching her. Golden had an order of protection filed against Sydney in July. At the time, she said Sydney punched her in the face. In August, Sydney declined to press charges against Golden for allegedly cutting his neck to the point that he required hospitalization. Oh boy. It was just toxic with these two, Golden's mother told the news outlet, but they loved each other. Golden's bond was set at $2 million. She was hospitalized at the time of Tuesday's initial bail hearing, so it was postponed until Friday, October 28th. In Minnesota last week, a man allegedly shot and killed a coworker because she rejected his romantic advances. Michael Carpenter, 36 years old, apparently took a liking to his coworker Nicole Hammond, who's 28. And he ended up killing her in the parking lot of where they worked in St. Cloud on October 24th. Prosecutors say the murder occurred after Carpenter harassed Hammond on the phone, and coworkers were made aware of Carpenter making several unwanted advances towards the victim. That harassment was never reported to the management of where they worked, but Carpenter shot Hammond in the right side of her neck. Officers who responded to the scene said they found Hammond lying in a pool of blood not far from her keys and phone. Witnesses say they saw Carpenter near his vehicle, which had its front and rear driver's side doors open. He was allegedly spotted leaving his vehicle before a gunshot rang out. He was then seen running back to his car and driving off. Authorities say the night before the shooting, Hammond messaged Carpenter about not wanting to be touched or manipulated by him and how she did not want things awkward at work. At some point, Hammond also text messaged someone else about Carpenter being mad at her. Co-workers reportedly told authorities that Carpenter had a bad temper. After the shooting, an employee on the phone with Carpenter told him about Hammond being shot, to which Carpenter responded that he knew and he would be at his sister's house in case the cops wanted to find him. Carpenter was arrested at an apartment in Saul Rapids hours after the shooting. A 9mm pistol and a loaded magazine were reportedly located on the rear seat of his car. The style and brand of bullets was the same as the shell casing that was located at the crime scene. Carpenter allegedly told police that he walked to Hammond's car, but he left after hearing a gunshot. He reportedly claimed that he left the scene because he was traumatized by what he witnessed. Carpenter is charged with second-degree murder. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's go back to see if we... let's go back a little bit on this Allen guy, okay? So, let's see. He lived near the crime scene. He lived about 5 miles away from the Monenhide Bridge where the girls were found murdered. He lived in Delphi since at least 2006, has a wife and daughter. The daughter took a photo on that same bridge, and it looks like it was probably a senior portrait that was posted by his wife. His wife has since removed her Facebook page. The video that everybody, I'm sure, that's familiar with this case has seen multiple times. This video here, he's wearing a jacket that appears to be the same jacket that he wore in a deleted Facebook video that we showed you when he was in the car, and we've showed you that video on here so you can go back and look at it because it's now deleted from the wife's page. Her whole page is deleted. On Friday, police arrested him at a Delphi CVS where he worked as a pharmacy technician, a licensed pharmacy technician. At the time of his arrest, he was in good standing with the licensing board with the state of Indiana. Let's see. Now, Mike and Becky Patty, who have been advocating for justice on behalf of Libby, said that Alan processed photos for them while he was working at CVS. And a brick and mortar pub manager, Chandler Underhill, said that Alan appeared to be a normal guy during the time he visited the pub where he was considered a regular. And I quote him saying, "When I will go into CVS as a customer myself, he would say, 'Do you need any help?' I would be like, 'No, just a normal guy that I've seen for the last couple of years, not really thinking anything.' I would talk. He wouldn't say much. He seems like a normal guy. One of my servers was telling me that he wouldn't speak much." CVS confirmed that Alan worked for the company and released a statement following his arrest, saying, "As members of the Carroll County community, we remain devastated by these murders, and our hearts go out to the German and Williams families. We are shocked and saddened to learn that one of our store employees was arrested as a suspect in these cases, in these crimes. We stand ready to cooperate with the police investigation in any way we can." Abby was 13, Libby was 14 when they took a hiking trip to that abandoned bridge on February 13th, 2017. In an outing that they was only going to take a few hours, but the girls, while they were there, took photos going across the bridge. However, time passed and the families didn't hear from the girls. Girls didn't return home. They called the police. Next day, their lifeless bodies were found a short distance from the bridge near a trail close to the bridge. They had both been murdered, although the manner of death has not been publicly released. Investigators say the suspects staged their bodies. Also, there was a great deal of blood involved. We know that. Let's see. And then the girls have his voice go down the hill, and that little clip that you see there on the phone. And that is pretty much up to date. Okay, now let's go back to Pennsylvania. A Pennsylvania man shot and killed another man Saturday night in an argument over hunting. Pennsylvania police said that David Heathcote told the troopers that he shot the other man, identified as Robert Wingard, after the two argued, and Wingard threatened to shoot Heathcote's daughter. At that point, Heathcote shot Wingard, who died at the scene. Heathcote has been charged with criminal homicide and is being held in the Venango County Jail without bond. Police didn't say if Heathcote's daughter was present at the time of the shooting. Strange. And there was anti-Semitic messages sprouted in Florida over the weekend as the rapper that was formerly known as Kanye West came under fire for that stuff. And the message says Kanye is right about the Jews, and it appeared in several spots in Jacksonville, prompting concern from Jewish community leaders who noted it's been but 4 years since Robert Gregory Bowers allegedly killed 11 people and wounded 6 others at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, the deadliest attack on Jews in U.S. history. It's so sad and frustrating that the entire Jewish community has to face this. Here we are 4 years later and no one learned any lessons, says Miriam Feist, who's the CEO of the Jewish Federation and Foundation of Northeast Florida. Horrible to see that someone projected an anti-Semitic message onto TIAA Bank Field at the end of the sold-out Georgia-Florida game. A relative sent this to me. It's in a reference to comments that the artist formerly known as Kanye West made recently. This hate has to stop, period. The Kanye is right message, which was projected onto the back of a scoreboard at TIAA Bank Field at the end of Saturday's Florida-Georgia football game, and onto another downtown building, referred to Kanye's threats to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, and other messages that amplify old tropes and claim Jews run financial, media, and entertainment businesses to the detriment of everyone else. The messages got the rapper's social media accounts restricted and his contract with Adidas terminated, but those slaps on the wrist have not stopped him. On Friday, he told the paparazzi that a Jewish doctor misdiagnosed him as bipolar and would have had me on medication. Wow, this guy's out of his mind. If I was on medication right now, the one pill could have been swapped out and it could have been like Michael Jackson and Prince all over again. Because I didn't take the medication, I'm able to speak to you guys clear of thought and transparency. Yeah, clear of thought? Yeah, you sound great. Then he pulled out a phone to show photographers his spreadsheet of Jewish media executives. So this is getting crazy. The Kanye is right was not the only message on display in Jacksonville this weekend. Before the football game, apparent white supremacists dropped banners over Interstate 10 saying end Jewish supremacy in America and honk if you know it's the Jews. Another Kanye is right about the Jews banner appeared over the Arlington Expressway.
That's disgusting.
I know. North Florida officials, including U.S. Representative John Rutherford, the former Jacksonville sheriff, and the Jacksonville mayor Lenny Curry, along with both the University of Florida and University of Georgia and the Jacksonville Jaguars NFL team, condemned the bigoted displays. Feist told the media that her foundation contacted the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the FBI, who told them there wasn't much they could do because of the right to free speech. What? That's hate speech. It's not free speech. This is crazy. Okay, let's see what else we have. I think, let me see, we go down here. Oh, wait, this is something. Okay, manhunt in Colorado. So there's a manhunt on for the suspect in shooting deaths of 4 people, 3 from the same family. Police in Colorado have launched a manhunt for a 21-year-old suspect in the fatal shooting of 4 people in Aurora early Sunday morning. Officers got the call about the shooting at 2 a.m. and they arrived within 3 minutes to find 3 men and a woman dead. 3 of the victims were inside the house and 1 was found outside. 1 woman is believed to be the suspect's domestic partner, and 2 very young children were found unharmed. The suspect, Joseph Castorena remains at large. He is described as 5'4", with a slim build and a tattoo of a lion on his neck. Aurora Police Chief Dan Oates said the shooting does not appear to be related to a custody dispute since the couple's children are not even in the state. They are elsewhere with family and safe. He has a history of involving domestic violence, and I don't have all the details. Oates said there was an accumulation of events that led to this. A family member said that Castorena broke into the home and waited for the family to return from a party. Ubaldo Codina identified the 3 victims found inside as Jesus Serrano, his daughter Marina Serrano, and her husband Ken Codino, who is Mariana's uncle, and the 2 children, a 1-year-old girl and a 3-month-old girl, are Mariana and Ken's daughters. Castarena's parents, Codino said is Mariana's twin sister. He told her he was going to kill her too, Codina said, but he ran out of bullets. Codina said the 4th victim was a man who rented an RV on the property and came outside during the shooting. Aurora police said a restraining order was issued against Castorena early in the week that barred him from going near his partner's home. Police issued a temporary shelter-in-place order around the neighborhood, while officers unsuccessfully searched for him, including at the family's home a few blocks away from the crime scene. They found and towed his vehicle, however. We have to assume he is armed, and we're very confident and want to do everything we can to find him and take him into custody as soon as possible. By daylight Sunday morning, investigators continued their search with drones. Scary. Okay, I think we have most of that for tonight. I am really, hold on a minute, where did my Zoom go? To my Zoom? Where's my Zoom? There we go. Really exhausted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new Zoom right now. And I know it's early, but I might have something big going on. If you're a member or Patreon, you'll be able to join us tomorrow in the members only Zoom on a very special field trip. If that's where I'm going, and I think I probably will be doing that. And there's always field trips and things that happen and places we go. And so members and Patreons are able to do that. And sometimes we record the field trips and they'll be available for members and Patreons to watch as soon as I get them uploaded. And sometimes it's a one-time thing. If you miss it, it's done forever. It's like real life. You can't just replay your life. So, yeah. We'd love to have you on as a Patreon or a member. Now, let's see. May invite. Copy invitation. Okay. Now let me go to Slack and put that in to general. Da 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 da. I am so tired. So what I'm going to do is, I'm sorry, it's just been a long, long day with Halloween, and then I had paperwork and stuff to do, and oh my gosh, I had a meeting. I didn't even remember I had a meeting, and I missed that, and oh gosh, so crazy. Hi, CIA Mommy. Hi, everybody. You've missed 3 trips at this point, Kevin? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to go sit in my massage chair for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to bed. I am tired. Let me get everybody in here and get people co-hosted. Okay. So anyway, yeah, if anybody needs the number, they can't get to the number, you can email me, but do it fast. Hi Danielle, I hope everybody's good with your family. I think they are from the pictures. I think everybody's on the mend. That's good to see. Hope everything's going well with your parents and all of that. Prayers for everybody in here. But I'm totally just flat out exhausted. So I am going to put this in the Slack. I didn't put it in. Did I? I did. And we'll see you in the Zoom if you want to come on in. Come on in. Let me put it in the thingy thing. Okay, so you co-hosts are going to have to take care of this for a while. All right, good night, everybody. Hi, Rubbity Bob. Hello to Scooter. Kevin, everybody. It's Pink. Hello, it's Pink. I sent you that address you needed, and I hope you got that. I hope everybody... Hi, Juanita. How are you? Juanita.
I sent you a couple of numbers.
Hi, Robbie. What did you do? You have a cast on your arm?
Yeah, I broke my wrist.
You broke your wrist. How'd you do that?
I just thought I'd show you. I'm not going to stay because I'm feeling miserable.
Oh my gosh! How did you do
I
that?
thought I'll listen for it. Oh, at school I thought I was going to sit on a chair to bend down because I can't bend down, and somebody else decided they wanted the chair, so I fell straight down to the ground and
Oh my gosh!
use my arm to protect my bum.
Did you scream when it happened?
Yeah, I cried and.
Did you notice right away? Was it like?
Oh no, it was agony straight away.
Yeah.
Who are you?
How long? Are you 6 weeks in that?
Well, I've got to go back next. They've not put a. They've got like a split down here because it's all swollen. So it's like a, I don't know what type of cast you'd call it, and they will reassess it next week.
That's sad. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's not.
Well,
that's
I've still got this arm.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm lucky. I'm right-handed.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's just scary. And do you have to go? Are you off from work for a while?
Well, I offered to go back tomorrow because the doctor said I could go back if I felt I could, but they've just phoned me up and said don't come in. So,
Well, that's good. At least you can take some little time.
yeah, I still have to go out though because I care for my daughter, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I still I can drive with one arm.
Right. Yeah. Be careful though.
I think you should decoupage your class.
Yeah. Hope you feel better, and always prayers for your
You should
daughter.
decoupage your class.
The little boy who took the chair, I've got a special spot just for him to sign.
Right here.
Little shit. He wanted that chair, and he took. I thought I had a chair behind me, and he took it, and I felt him take it just as I was sitting.
Oh my gosh.
Too late to do anything about it once you're sitting.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Feeling
Wow.
You're gonna beat his ass, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she's got a special spot in the cast.
Yeah, I said to the lady, see how she's got this raised bit on it? She said, I'll put a special spot there just for him to sign.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Sign it with your broken nose.
Oh no. Well, prayers for you and always for your daughter, Robert.
Thank you, Kapai.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll listen for a little while and then I'll probably go to bed because I'm a bit tired because it was a long day at the hospital.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine. All right. Well, I hope we're hoping you're okay and don't have a lot of pain or anything.
Yeah, my friend who broke her wrist a couple of years ago, she said you'll probably wake up throbbing tonight.
Maybe. Did they give you anything?
No, because I already take painkillers for my osteoarthritis, so they said they wouldn't give me anything more than that anyway. So
Okay.
Really, even for a broken arm.
well,
If you have
she just
extra,
said
you might break 1 and 2 and take a little extra.
no. They didn't offer me any strong stuff. She said, "What do you take for your osteo?" And I told her. She said, "Oh, we wouldn't give you anything more than that anyway."
Oh well.
Did you get?
And
the
if you're not moving it, it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, she's pretty. Yes, right, right, Scooter.
Put a
Did she
pillow
say it
next
makes
to
her
your
sick?
arm to
Oh my
rest it in
God.
bed. If
Sorry?
you can.
A Scooter's
Pillow
comment.
like
Yeah,
under
I've
your
got
arm,
pillows all
yeah.
here. Yeah. I had to take the arm thing off because it was really hurting my neck and my shoulder. You know how they put it up, and that was killing me. So I would rather just have it on a pillow.
You
What
can
sort
make
of
it
sling?
looser.
What sort of sling did they give you?
Your
Was
arm
it
pain
blue?
swelling.
Say that again. Sorry.
You
Oh,
can
I was gonna say,
take
sorry,
sling
you go.
and make it so it's not as high. So it'll keep it from moving around as much when you're sleeping.
What's
Unless
that?
it's not a good sling. The sling your arms in.
Yeah, I'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't thresh about at night time. So.
Was it a blue sling?
No, a white.
Oh, it's
Okay.
not blue. Let's see.
I
Oh, it's not
highly
a blue
recommend.
one.
There's a blue one that's it sort of holds you nicely, and it's a lot more comfortable. And I don't know how to describe it.
They're not going to offer me anything like that because I even asked for the black. You know how you can get a black splint?
So you can get them in different colors, like pink too, over here, and all
Well,
different
some
colors.
of them are splints with and she said, no, we can't give you that yet. So,
Is that just a back, like a temporary one?
yeah, it's like a back splint. There's like about an
Yeah.
inch going down here. And
Yeah. So they need to do that, and they usually wait a week because it's so swollen.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
going
you get
back
a
next
choice
week.
of a waterproof
Yeah.
and colours and
Yeah,
get all that done.
I have to go back next week because it did it swelled right up and bruised already because I take blood thinners, so it was bruised
it
already.
Send me your address in black, and I'll send you a really good sling.
You don't need to do that, thank you, Kat. I'm fine. I'll be right. I'm a big girl. I'll be right.
Anything to
Is it
Sure, 'cause
broken
it really
just
makes a
above your
difference.
wrist or right at the wrist?
Lady Lane or something?
You
Is
said
it
Sorry?
broken above your wrist or right at your wrist?
It's broken at the wrist, but above it's the bottom of my radius has got a.
Oh,
It's
geez.
going. Because I would have fallen straight on my arm, and it obviously did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this arm's all right. Look, it's fine.
Yeah, good. You got one good arm. Could have been worse, right? Could have broke both.
Could have been both arms.
That's right. There's always
I
something to
could
be
put both
thankful
arms
for.
out.
That's right. Yeah, like that guy. Didn't that happen in a movie or something? They brought him out in a wheelchair, and he had like all of both of his arms and his shoulders. It was a comedy or something, and he was like everything. Where was that in Home Alone or something?
Might have
At the
been.
end, where the guy was all bandaged up on every
When I
which
got
way.
hit in the head, I tore both my rotator cuffs at the same time.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. Among other things.
I heard May-wise. That happened to you. Probably cast it once the swelling goes down. You had a plaster splint on your leg for 2 weeks, waiting for the swelling to go down. No fun, Heart May-wise said.
We're alive. Got them right away.
What, Sharon?
They used to set them right away. They didn't make you come back. Back in the
Yeah.
day, right away.
Who knows why? I've never broken an arm before, so.
Mhm.
And I mean, I see some of my children go up and break arms, and they come back with their lovely little coloured cast on, and you know,
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what they see and look at, or where
You know,
it's broken.
they will do that. They will do that.
They're too
when
much
they do it.
swelling. There's not much they
Yeah.
can do.
And that way they won't have to cut it off, because one of the things is if it gets too swollen tonight, I can cut it off.
Oh.
Cut
They
it
have
off.
said that.
What?
Yeah, in the little thing, she said if it gets too swollen and you can't feel your fingers and things like that, you've got to cut it off.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's
Not
on
the
the.
arm, the tourniquet, guys, not the arm.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I was like, oh no, I was thinking to myself.
right?
It'll be
We
easy
all
to
cut
cut. It'll
arms.
be easy to cut because there's a split right down. There's a split.
Right,
in it,
otherwise you
like-
got to get one of those rotos that tools.
So it's like, it's a perforated. It's perforated. Okay. like a
Yeah, it's like it's really thin just here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's interesting.
So where are you going tomorrow, Carolyn?
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Carolyn?
secret that will be released
What?
in the
Okay,
in the
well,
Zoom, private
what time
Zoom.
so I can make sure I'm up?
Yeah,
Well,
me too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If you guys become a member, you can find
If
out.
I
too.
do go, Kevin, I would
Oh, we
have
are
to
members.
be out
Well,
of here
then
ideally
put the chat.
by
With the chat, you know.
Oh.
by noon,
By noon?
maybe earlier.
By
Yeah, by noon. Yes, if
Yeah.
that's the way it goes.
A little bit early.
I know, and I have
Okay.
like some issues, but I'll discuss them in the private Zoom.
Oh.
I'll discuss them right after that when we get off here. Yeah. Lady Elaine, I'm gonna send you your thing out for your comforter because Jimmy got some really nice purple poly bags. Yes.
You're too late, Elaine. Well, I didn't send it. It's ready to go. I sent
Oh,
you
I
a
gotta ask Jimmy another question. All right, so I guess we will close. I just had to ask Jimmy a tripping question. I will close this out. We're going to go to the private Zoom. You guys come on in, like I said, and we'll see you hopefully later. All right?
Like now.
Yeah, like now and then later. Why are you confused, Binky? Why is Binky confused?
I don't know.
Cats?
Bink.
Cats, me, Bink. Where's our third part of our gorgeous trio?
The gorgeous trio is two scooter cats and it's Bank. That's the gorgeous trio.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. That's the three gorgeous ladies of the panel.
Okay. That's nice.
But I do want to know what Bink is confused about. I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she said she's good. She's good.
Oh,
No, you're good. Okay.
Good.
Is she coming on the Zoom?
Binky? Are you coming in, Bink, to the Zoom?
Well, they are the gorgeous trio, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I'm going to end that. God bless, prayers for all there in the chat. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. God
Bye.
bless. Thank you.